slavery is a choice. But what does this really mean? Of course, this is not meant for the collective, because every 8 billion person on this planet is not going to understand that they have the choice. They have the autonomy. Okay, they can choose what they sit in. All right, period. Just like right now. People are going to complain about taxes, the government. There are people who have walked in living off grid, and there are people who are tapped into their creative power. Okay, money talks. Therefore, there's a different level when you have sustenance, when you have sustainability. That's why slavery is a choice. It's a choice to be oppressed. But that's not meant for everybody, because when I was a child growing up in the cults, I felt like, why me? Oh my God. But boom, once I turned legal, I get to choose to stay here or leave. I'm going to leave, despite the emotional, the bondage, the prison in my mind. Oh, I have to break that because I am free. I am free to walk away. So it's not meant for everybody. Again, before everyone comes and say, oh, well, it's not meant for that person. It's meant for the person who knows that, baby, I have self-autonomy. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do, period.
People who want you to defend them, they have a traumatized mind, a victim mind, an employee mindset. See, a person who has mastered themselves and thinks like a boss and operates their energy as a currency, they're not just going to willingly step into something, a stranger's situation. No, because love is in fact conditional. The subconscious does not hear the prefix of un. Love is unconditional, no. In unconditional, there is conditional. Love is in fact conditional. You can have a strong like for humanity, right? Like I love people. Which means I highly like people. It doesn't mean someone has to risk their own life for someone else. That is a victim mentality. That is a traumatized mentality. That is an employee mentality. That is an obedience block. You are to do as you are told. No, it's every man for themselves, and we choose who we risk our energy for, our family, someone that we are building with. Yeah, when I go home to my family, that's where I'm thinking about. If I get into this situation, what does that do for mine? It does nothing. So that's something to think about. Think about it. Being a boss is a mindset. Being an employee is a mindset. Oh, I have to fix the problem. You don't have to fix anything but work on yourself.
Having an employee mindset is an obedience mindset. And the quickest way to break having an employee mindset is to stop being obedient. Okay, when I graduated college with my master's degree and I was a clinical therapist, so excited about my role, guess what? I never took a break. Okay, I remember for a whole year straight, I never called off when I had to move. Guess what? I made my moving around my job. Like, what the fuck? In the moment. And then it came to a point where I had like 100 hours of like vacation, and it was like I just had all these accumulated personal hours, sick hours. I had all this time, and I'm like, wow, I could have been using that. The very first day I called off, I shifted something in my mind, and I got fired, by the way. It'll be a year soon. So this was the first 2 years of me working there. The very first time I called off, that first year, I felt like I was betraying the company. Like, oh my God, no, they need me. Oh my God, I'm calling off. But and then I felt so good. I felt so good. Pattern interrupt. That month alone, I called off like 4 or 5 times. That's when it began to start. I was eventually going to quit anyway. But again, I was holding on so dearly. That's why they fired me. It was either I was going to quit or I was going to eventually get fired. Because it got to the point where I tasted freedom. I tasted the cycle of me feeling like I have to show up. I have to take on everybody's problems. No, I don't. I get to call off, go to the beach, have fucking fun, do what I want. Period.
The way people did you, I promise you, when you getting money, you won't even think about it. And if you are getting money, drop a comment below, because I know you're not thinking about it. I fucking know this for a fact. The way people did you would never run across your mind when you are elevating, when you are doing new things, when you are submerged around new people, new ideas. Okay, got your hands on all different kind of things. Like when you are creative, when you are expanding, what happened in the past has no type of ordinance nor ordainedness in your current reality whatsoever.
The moment you make your hourly wage from barely doing any type of work, from your own gift, the moment you make your hourly wage from your employment and you create a product or service, or you do something, you learn a new skill, something where you have sovereignty and you earn whatever you made at that job, tripled, doubled, okay, within minutes, within an hour. Whatever you made at work in one day, if you can make that, the moment you make that in an hour, half the time, whatever, it does something to the chemicals in your mind. Because money is a language, it's a currency. Your energy is a currency. And your currency is the ability for you to create and obtain the things you desire in your reality. And when you have a sense of desire from I don't have, because of your awareness of I'm exchanging this time for money and it's still not adding up to this, but the moment you block that out, the moment you actually hone in on the gift you have and you create from that and you receive a fruitful abundance, you change because now you have taught yourself that money, currency, and your energy is what you put a price on. You put the price on. No one outside of you can put the price on what you can make. Your family is just your starter team. Your starter team, just like when you play college football, just like when you start doing hair and you work at the local shop, all the same thing, okay? When you are really dedicated and designed for something, you start somewhere. The family you're born into is just your starter team. Sometimes the players will maneuver throughout life with you and it just so happen y'all end up being on the same exact winning team together. And sometimes it means that you branch off into a whole new different energy of people, a whole new team of people who are from different other parts of the world. That's it. Your family, you can either win with them and get money or you can't. It's nothing personal. It's not personal. Life is just a game. Life is just a game. So why go down this long song and dance of a family member arguing, not getting along, fighting? That takes away the energy from focusing on your end goal, of your achievements, of where you are going. You create your own family. So that means that was the starter team, but now you're building, you are integrating, you are attracting the members that are going to uplift you as a give and receive. Life is give and receive. You can't just take without giving. You can't just give without taking. There has to be a balance. It's a business. It's a game, period.